You know what it is. Food Community Podcast. As always, behind on the boards, we got the owner of the Food Community, Rich Homie Juan.
What's up?
Today we have my beautiful wife subbing in for Enamorado since he's currently locked up. Free the
Free
justice.
him.
Hey. You already know who I am. And today we have a very special guest. She is the street vendor that won the street vendor card giveaway. And her name is Mina, owner of Mina's Tamales. What's up?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Don't be nervous. You got this. It's
Thank you
okay.
for coming, and also thank you for the tamales. They're very delicious.
Let's start there.
What did you have?
I had the pork because everyone calls me a puerco, so I had to start with that. So I had to get the red tamale because that's my personal favorite, and then I had me and Juan split half of a chicharron one, which were both extremely amazing. I personally like the red one better, but red tamales are my favorite, and she probably made the best tamale that I've ever had. To be honest,
That's right.
I'm not lying.
I believe
So
you.
it is what it is.
I had a sweet one there. How do you say raisins?
Pineapple and raisin.
Oh, pineapple and raisins. I was gonna say, how do you say raisins in Spanish?
Pasas.
Oh yeah, pasas. So I had raisins and pineapple is really good. I like the sweet. I like sweet tamales, so those are one of my favorites. Which different types did you bring, or how many different types do you make?
Well, for the most part that I take to sell, I take pork, green chicken, cheese and jalapeno. Those are the basics. And then, but I've added the potato cheese, and chicharron, and the sweet pineapple with raisins. But if you pre-order, you can pretty much mix it however you want
Mm. How long does it take you?
to make them or cook them.
Well, how many batches do you always make since you do this on the daily?
About 8 to 10 dozen.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you're selling out 120 tamales almost every day.
Pretty much.
That's amazing.
Yes. And how long does that process take you every day?
I have to do my prepping first. So what I do is I prep my meats, I cook my meats, and then I shred the meats, and then I make my sauces, and I have all that prepared. And then to kind of save some time, I do all the leaves. I do stacks of leaves, kind of an assembly, and just have it all ready.
So yeah, you just have in your section where you cook at home, or where you make your tamales. You already have your hojas
I have
right there, wet 24/7.
right.
Oh, nice.
So in the evening, I put everything together. I put them together on trays, and then I put them in the big pots. Wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and turn them on. Set a timer. Go back to sleep.
Turn them on low.
Kind of medium.
Okay.
And I go back to sleep. The timer goes off. I get back. I add some more time. I go back to sleep. Then I wake up again, turn them off, take them out, start making a big old batch of champurrado.
Oh, you make champurrado too. Ah.
Everybody wants champurrado with tamales.
Facts. Let's start the very, very beginning, my dear. Where did you grow up and how was it when you grew up there?
I grew up in East Los Angeles.
That's right.
Moved there since I was 4 years old. Um, my dad brought us in 1964. I was living in TJ for a while. My dad would visit us on weekends. And then finally he got our papers and we crossed the border legally and went to school there throughout my life.
So where did you go to school in East LA?
Elementary school, I went to Hamel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Belvedere Junior High,
Classical,
Garfield High School,
legendary.
and I did some night school at Roosevelt.
Like everybody, huh? That was like a thing.
And how was it
Yes.
growing up there in the 70s and early 80s?
Well, there was a lot of gang members around.
I bet.
Where I lived across the street, there was a corner store, there was a little gas station, and they always would hang out there.
You're into cholos?
The cholos, yeah. So I came.
She said, "Yeah." I don't think she heard.
I mean,
I said, were you into cholos?
oh no, not
You
even.
didn't like the
She
you didn't like the
said not
pachuco, you
even.
didn't like the pachuco style ones.
No, not even. I was not into any of that. I grew up with 5 brothers.
Ah.
Oh, pues con razón.
So, my dad was really strict. Never really like went out, kind of just stayed home, went to school, studied that type of stuff. But as far as like, yeah, the streets right there was always packed with cholos.
Of course. That's cool. When did you begin making? Like, when did you first? Yeah, when did you first begin making tamales?
So when I turned 18, I left home because I didn't want to. Well, let me go back a little ways. My parents moved up north to work in the field,
Uh huh.
and I actually did that for 5 years in between school
And that must have been rough.
since I was 14. So they decided they wanted to move over there and make it permanent, and I said I don't want to work in the fields my whole life,
Yes.
so I left home. And they moved over there. Then I was on my own, and
None of your siblings stayed back.
none of them.
Who did you stay
Solo.
with?
Me, various places.
Huh. Because I'm just like, you're a teen and your parents leave, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh man, you're used to like being with your parents at least, and
That was fire
at least
answer.
for me,
It wasn't a choice. It was
Okay.
more like you either go with us or you do whatever
You figure it out.
yeah.
Got it.
Figured it out.
Yeah, you figured it out. That's right.
And so yeah, so that's what happened. And then I first started making tamales when I was 20. I kind of like just trying to figure it out because and nobody ever taught me how to make tamales. And I just did them, and then I just kept doing them and changing it. And
Why tamales instead of burritos or tacos or any other stuff?
I like tamales. I make burritos too.
She's like, I make it all.
I make burritos too, but I'm really good at making tamales, and that's an easy way to sell
Yes.
and make money.
And it's not easy to make. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that's like you have to have a good hand. You're there, putting the masa. It's not for everybody. So if that's your thing, it's like amazing. You've been doing it for so long.
I have been doing it for a lot of years, but I don't do it with my hand.
Ah,
I use a tortilla press.
ah.
My dad made some tortilla presses, so I started using those, and it's easier.
So you've been doing it with the press for all these years.
So you put the leaf, and then you put the masa, and
Boom. Press it.
yeah, and it's like a tortilla already on your leaf, and then you just keep doing it, stacking them up.
Ah.
Yeah. So is that how you always did it?
No. In the beginning, I just did like the basics
Normal.
with the spoon,
Uh-huh.
do like that. But I feel that that's harder.
For sure.
Yes.
We've tried to make tamales. We successfully made tamales last year, not to sell, obviously.
For our first time.
But it was our first time that we attempted it, and I think we did pretty well.
They were fire.
I was gonna say ours are the best, but now I've had yours. Now I've had yours, and yours are the best. It just is what it is.
It just is what it is.
Don't feel bad. One day, my brother was. We were sitting there in the living room, and my brother looked at my mother, and he goes, "Mom, I'm sorry, but Mina's tamales are better than yours."
That's right.
So yeah, I mean,
And where did you originally start selling your tamales when you were in various places?
I was. I started selling tamales only during the holidays.
Oh,
I never really went out and sold the tamales. I was just selling them for pre-orders only. And then one day I just decided to just,
fuck it.
You probably had a lot of clients that you were like, hey, maybe I could make it.
yeah, kind of like that. It's just it was kind of scary, because I
Of course.
never really saw myself as going out and selling my tamales out in the street, but it worked out. It worked out.
Pretty amazing. What were some of the hardships that you went through during those times in the beginning of your tamale journey?
The hard times. Well, just I don't know, just kind of like having to get up, and I wasn't used to like getting up so early and going out there, and d- didn't wonder if people were actually going to buy my tamales, but then they started coming, and little by little. And the good thing about it, it's not about just going and buying the tamale, and having customers, is having those customers keep coming back.
Yes.
True. Yeah, retention is key. When did you start learning how to start pumping out the tamales faster? Because obviously you're making 120 tamales. That's no quick thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just started. I'm that type of person that likes to when I learn how to do something, I try to make it the easiest way and the fastest
Maximize it.
way. And so I started doing that. That's why I do all my leaves and have everything already prepped. Uh, I kind of like when I used to work in the field, I used to pack grapes. And the way I wrap my tamales, it reminds me of when I used to wrap the grapes and put them in the boxes. Because I used to it was weird. It was with the paper and then just throw the grapes and wrap them and then put them in the boxes. So it's basically kind of the same thing I do now with the tamales. I use the paper, and the reason I use the paper, most people don't, is because I put a lot of sauce. I
Facts.
don't want that sauce to.
Leak everywhere.
I want to keep it in the tamale. So that's why there's a paper.
I was wondering. I'm glad you answered it without even me asking the question.
Yeah, there was a lot of sauce, and I'm not mad at that. I like that. When we made ours, I put a lot of sauce too.
But ours were literally
Right.
running out.
And
Facts. Exactly.
yeah. And that's why I actually started making the tamales with a lot of sauce because I like a lot of sauce on my tamales. I don't like dry tamales.
Yes.
Basically, I do them the way I like to eat them.
Would you say one thing I noticed when I ate the two tamales? I'm sure the rest are the same texture or whatever. Is it because of the sauce that they're super super moist like that? Because you made those earlier today, right?
I made those earlier today.
Like with the rest of them.
Right. I made them, but it could be because of I use lard.
Ah.
Lard is what makes a good tamale.
Because it keeps it super moist.
Versus what? What's the other?
Versus some people, it's like, oh, gluten free. I can't.
Oh, all that extra shit. No, yeah, no.
Super legit. The way it
Regular,
should be.
the true way.
Well, but the masa is actually is gluten free. But the masa is
Technically, yes.
I buy the flour, the masa, and I do my mixture. So I do my mixture.
That's what I was gonna say. Are you the one that
I buy 50-pound bags of masa, and then I do my masa. I mix it myself. So that's where I give the sazon,
yes.
the masa, the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't have a good flavor, then
The masa's it for sure.
So yeah. And so the lard, because I've had some customers that want me to make them tamales with vegetable oil, and of course they're not gonna be as good as making tamales with lard.
Facts.
I just pictured myself rolling the masa. That's intense.
Yeah, I started.
You gotta be super
I
strong.
started doing that because in the beginning I used to go buy the masa, and I found that I wasn't really gonna make a lot of money having to pay for it.
Yeah,
So I started just making it.
for sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Cutting costs. I'm not mad at it. So, what is your personal favorite tamale that you've made?
My personal favorite is the potato cheese,
Huh.
but when I make it for myself, I add some pork.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she makes the best for herself, huh? Someone have to ask for some.
Sometimes
Can you make me a pair that you're gonna make for yourself?
Make it like that, to sell because it's a lot of ingredients, and then some people don't want to pay the price.
Yeah, of course.
Oh
not.
yeah.
How did you feel about the potato tamale back there, pal?
The tamale?
Yeah, the one that you had, the potato one.
Oh, I never had a potato tamale actually,
It's your
Until
first
today.
time.
and that spice kicked my ass.
We already know he doesn't eat chile.
And I don't need chile like
Is
that.
her potato tamale better than potato taco you had last night? Or you
Nah,
didn't?
You can't compare those. Nah, you can't compare those.
I feel it.
A potato taco is a little bit different because it's just potato, and then the tortilla and fried, and then did have cabbage and
Yeah, they put cabbage, tomato, sour cream, cheese.
They put sour cream?
I had
Yeah,
I
on my-
haven't
yeah.
had it with that, but I have my dad's sister who used to do that her whole life.
Mm.
Potato tacos.
Potato tacos.
Fire.
And then the chicharron one, I never had a chicharron tamale.
I think there's
Crazy, huh?
people that haven't had it either.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one later.
We thought like, let's make this tamale, and so it worked out. At first, I just made them for myself
Have you considered putting that with your red sauce?
with the red sauce.
What about the hot Cheetos?
Have you had? Do you eat King Taco?
Yeah,
Well, we're from East LA. Of course we eat taco, right? My bad.
my dad used to have a restaurant right across the street before King Taco opened. King Taco was Ford.
That's crazy.
It started right there with just like a truck.
Yes.
It was a
That's why they have the truck there, I'm assuming.
burger joint or something. They had it empty, and then they were working out of the truck, and we were across the street.
That's crazy. The reason where I'm going with that is the chicharron tacos from King Taco have a red sauce. I love that shit. Try them. Try them, and you're gonna
One of
have
them.
red chicharron
Right.
tacos.
The sauce is probably going to be a different type of sauce
You're right.
than my red sauce. This is more like a mole.
Oh, I was gonna. Oh,
But
go ahead.
but I actually am thinking about making a real chicken mole tamale.
I was about to say that. Have you ever made any mole tamales with the chicken?
Yeah, because I make good mole. So
I like mole.
I haven't made them yet, but I've been thinking about it.
That was it. I think
He's
that's
getting all hungry.
popular in Oaxaca.
What you guys don't know is, because obviously they don't know when this interview took place. Today's Tuesday, so we just did the news. Nah, Tamale Tuesday now. Tamale Tuesday from now on at the food community. So I haven't ate shit all day. And what time is it now? 2 p.m. Oh no, I just ate the tamales now, but those are
I would definitely get some mole tamal because especially because I like mole, but he doesn't really care for mole like that, so I don't really make it if that makes sense.
Okay. I love it.
well, this is cool.
Yeah. I also make good birria, so I was thinking also maybe making birria tamale.
Ay, you're gonna probably, and then with your new cart,
I'm gonna be definitely killing the game.
No one-
More killing the game.
crazy.
Yeah, I learned how to do that. My dad did it.
So cooking does run in your family then.
dad.
Okay.
My dad used to cook pretty much. Yeah. He used to have some restaurants. I would help out. He would make food for weddings. He would make a whole cow of birria.
That's
Especially
awesome.
way back in those days. It's a little
He did it pretty much till he passed.
Rest in peace to your dad.
yes.
You got any questions for this wonderful lady, pal?
Can you kind of run through all the tamales that you sell?
Yes.
She did, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, but she could say it again.
Yes, pork bread, chicken green, a potato cheese with chile de molcajete, chicharrón with chile de molcajete, uh, pineapple with raisins, jalapeno cheese, and then if you pre-order, you can mix it up.
This might sound crazy, but what about al pastor tamale?
I don't know. I haven't made al pastor meat yet,
Mm.
but I love al pastor.
How do you like vending where you vend? Because although you are from East LA, you vend in Roland Heights, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I started doing it there because you don't get as many, people selling tamales there. And it's a mixture of people there. There's Mexicans, there's white, there's Asian, there's African Americans. It's a variety of everything.
Facts.
And I have customers of every race.
And you've been doing it in the same spot for how long?
In that location for about 5 years.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Where were you prior to that?
Selling just pre-orders.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, not for years, just selling pre-orders.
But all year long.
No, during the holidays.
Oh, gotcha.
During the holidays. But
Gotcha.
then I decided once I started selling, then it's like decided all year long because everybody wants tamales all year long.
Mm-hmm. What's your secret ingredient in the champurrado?
There's really no secret ingredient. You just have to know how to like the mix.
The ratio, yeah.
Ratio of the chocolate and the cinnamon and you put masa in it as well. So I like my champurrado kind of like thin, not too thick. So and sweet but not too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of have to balance it out.
I like it clumpy. Is that weird?
I don't like it clumpy.
I do.
That means it has a lot of masa.
That's true. That's valid. I didn't think about that. I didn't even know masa was in champurrado.
Well, now you know.
Yeah, the masa that you put in there is the masa that they make corn tortillas with.
I figured it was like some cream of wheat type shit.
What makes it
Yes. That's fire.
Yes.
So, when your son told you that you won the street vendor card, did you see it?
I
Prototypes?
saw the prototypes. I had seen a prototype that had came out in the news somewhere in the valley.
Oh, so you already knew. Yeah.
It was the very first one, and I saw that. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
No, yeah.
Yeah, when he told me, I was like shocked.
A lot of people were, because me and the staff from the food community were the ones that were going through the emails. A lot of people were trying to get like the carts for Nieves and things like that, and that didn't quite meet the criteria. And it wasn't a grilled, as I mean, as you know, it's not a grill for taco vendors or hot dog vendors. So it was really for like tacos de canasta or tamales and other or elotes even or things of that nature. So
Yeah.
we had a fine comb through all those emails, and we came across yours. And I heard your story, and it was amazing. And
Thank you so much.
there was a couple other possibilities, but they didn't have some. It just was really critical that everything lined up. Particularly, like one, it has to be someone that uses it every day, and you're always outside doing your thing every day. So there's that. The food had to be
A certain type.
the type for that cart, which was like I said, whatever I said, the tamales, the tacos de canasta, elotes, whatever.
Right.
And yeah, so you win. And I didn't know you from because some people were like, "Oh, it's rigged." I was like, "I don't know Mina from anybody else." You know what I'm saying? I don't even know an example to make. Like you're a stranger.
Yeah.
Today's the first day I met her.
It is the first day we meet her.
Thank you so much. I was like really shocked when my son told me about it. I was like, no way. I didn't even know. I was like a total surprise.
No, yeah, because what we had said is you could either sign up as for yourself or sign up as a proxy for someone that you think deserves it. So he signed up on your behalf
You deserve it.
and he won. Nah, yeah.
Yes.
So you won.
Thank you. And so now you know me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you.
For my tamales.
Fire. Yep. Do you still plan to stay in Roland Heights?
Well, I mean, obviously, yes, but at the same time, having the cart, I can just go.
Walk.
I can like, go somewhere else. Because I have people asking me, that they live in other areas. I have customers in Riverside. I've shipped out to Florida,
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
to Washington. I have my
That's dope
tamales
as
go all
hell.
the way to Indonesia.
That's amazing.
Hey, how do you? Sorry. How do you ship it? Like, is it like the next day? Like, how does that work?
With dry ice in a box. There's a special box like a styrofoam. And they put
Okay.
dry ice.
Oh.
Remember I told you I wanted to order the the deep dish pizzas from Giordano's from Chicago? Same idea. I'm assuming.
And was it kind of like what you were saying earlier off camera that you make them and they just freeze them type of and they just cook it themselves?
Correct. But
Ah.
some people want them already cooked. so
Okay.
you can still cook them and then freeze them.
Ah, that's cool.
That's where they've been, and Vegas.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's customers or some people that have been out here and then they try them and then they want them.
So it just is what it is.
That's cool.
Have you faced any hardships vending in Roland Heights, like as far as like maybe law enforcement or anything like that?
So far, so good.
Thank God.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Do you see a lot of street vendors near you or not really?
Yeah. There is.
Do they be getting messed with?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because a lot of the vendors that are there are usually there in the evening,
I see.
and I'm there like early morning. So
I mean, it doesn't matter now because the car has health permits, so so there's that.
I did get one time when I first started setting up that I was setting up every day. I was setting up behind an elementary school, and they were going to start playing baseball. And there was a lady there, and I told her, hey, let everybody know that I'm selling tamales. And then she's like, do you have a permit? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Haha.
That's right.
But
That's right.
Like God, like it's tamales. It's not a big deal. It's and then we did one time get this man. What are you selling? Tamales. Really on the street?
Like where else?
Well, where else?
I mean, it's like it's a tamale.
And you want to come to sit at my house and you eat damn tamale,
Tacos, or you go to a restaurant, you don't know what you're getting anyways. It's the same thing.
Facts.
Yep.
It's the same thing.
And there's a likelihood that some of these restaurants are a lot more dirty than your kitchen at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Yeah, we're selling on the street and people are buying, It's like you take the chance. I mean, I don't force anybody to come and buy a
Yes.
tamale. I mean, if you like my
Yes.
tamale,
Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you. And then, come back.
Straight
I
up.
have a lot of people that do. Every year they count on me.
That's right.
I wonder how the cart is gonna alter the way you operate because you're used to dealing with coolers and stuff,
Yeah.
which is fine.
It's gonna be easy.
But this is a propane powered.
I saw that.
Oh, you saw the whole thing. Oh, then you know what's up. We're good.
Propane.
She
Oh,
already
so you're
imagined
already
it.
preparing yourself.
Because I saw that original one.
Yeah.
So there was some people that passed by to all the vendors, and they were telling us that they were working on that somebody was gonna get a cart, but this was not this situation here. It was somewhere in East LA. Somebody was gonna win one, and everybody else was gonna get, I guess, the dimensions and whatever, so that you could have it made.
No, yeah. It might be the same people.
Really?
Possibly.
So yeah, so I already saw what it has, and obviously it's nicer because I mean, the tamales will be steaming in there. You open it up and steam's coming out. All those steam does come out when I.
Of course, when you crack
Because
open.
that makes everything like it just makes it look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're nice
Crazier.
and warm. It makes the person that's buying it like happier. Like look how fresh they are.
Yeah.
That'll make me happy. And I'm one of those kind, you know.
That's fire.
Yeah.
So what's your most sellingest tamale?
People ask me all the time, like, oh, what's the most popular? But they're all popular. Some days I sell out of the pork red like fast, and some days it's the chicken. And then other days I'll get one person that'll take a whole dozen of cheese and jalapeno. So it varies. They're all popular.
Makes
Yes.
sense.
And they probably look forward to like, okay, that's the lady.
Guy who comes and buys nothing but papa with the cheese. He buys a whole dozen.
Nice.
That's interesting.
For work.
Yeah.
For if you get up in the morning, you're gonna go to work. Hey, I'm gonna grab some tamales for my coworkers or things like that. I don't feel like making breakfast. I'm gonna buy another for the kids.
I get a lot of employees, a lot of construction workers that stop there and purchase tamales, and uh, people that stop by, before work. They just, breakfast, champurrado, and a tamale.
And they already know you're there, so they're like,
They do.
yeah, she's there.
Sometimes I'm rushed, I get there a little bit late, and they see me and they're like walking down the street. Hey, give me a second.
Oh, cool.
Pretty amazing. What else you got back there, pal?
Oh, never mind. No, well, he doesn't have a microphone.
Get it off.
Nah, did you think you guys were gonna win?
So basically, yeah, go ahead.
I wasn't sure, honestly. I was just,
Winging it?
I was hoping for it.
Oh.
It was a great opportunity for my mother.
So he didn't mention it until he told you won.
No, he actually mentioned, that he
That he signed up.
had signed up, but that was it. So I was shocked when he actually called me one day. He's like, "Mom, you won," and I'm like, "What?"
How did you feel telling your
I
mom?
was freaking excited. I was so happy for her. I was just like, my family so happy. Just having, instead of just having like the coolers and stuff and having
Yeah.
like miniature business on the go, like
Yes.
with like all the house permits and stuff. Oh, that's pretty great opportunity.
Yes.
And I had one customer that watches your podcast
Uh-huh.
that last week she just showed up and it's like, "Congratulations."
There was like 2 or 3 people that had said that you're really outside. Well, because I'm sure you saw the live before you came in, I guess, with your son. We talk a lot of reckless mess up here. So I was sitting over there when I announced you as the winner, and someone had commented on the clip afterwards and said, you're really outside doing your thing, and your tamales are really, really amazing. So now I know it's the truth.
That's right. That's right. Let the street speak.
Yeah, and she said something about you don't know how the interview was gonna go because you didn't speak Spanish very well.
Oh, yeah, I was talking shit.
And that she sent something saying, "Hey, she speaks English.
Yeah.
Should be fine."
True. I have my wife right here as backup just in case.
Because he's just all over the place,
Right.
That's
But
funny.
yeah. Any questions you have for this wonderful lady?
No.
Any questions you think we should have asked you, my dear?
I don't know. I just
Do you want to tell the people where you're at?
Well, I set up at Mezcal and Fullerton in front of the 7-Eleven in Rolling Heights.
Okay.
And you can pre-order anytime.
How do they pre-order?
They have to text me
Okay.
or call me.
What's the
And
number?
Oh, so now she has an Instagram. Okay. So now you have an Instagram.
deal with that. So
Mina's Mexican tamales.
yeah, Mina's Mexican Tamales, and my number is 323-326-8962. That's where I'm contacted.
I've never heard of anyone giving their phone number on the food
That's
community.
my phone number.
I feel like it's so toxic.
That's how they get a hold of me.
That's right. Real life. You know, that's how it was always back in the days before the social media stuff took over. Like, call me.
I'm gonna see if I put her phone number right now, cause I don't know, Mina, if you know what you're getting yourself into right now.
My phone number is on my card.
Oh, I guess it is.
Duh.
It is what it is.
I mean, it's like you could have two phones. One is your business and one is your personal.
No, it's just, is this personal or business?
No, I know exactly what you mean because mine is the same thing too. Both is my one is my.
It's because I have two phones. That's why she said that.
But I don't get any calls that are,
Oh yeah, not yet.
Let me officially welcome you now to the food
But
community.
that's, but you know what? I'm 53 years old. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's something I can deal with.
Facts. She knows what it is. She was raised in freaking East LA. 5 brothers. You think ain't nobody gonna see her? Try her. See what happens.
And you'll still be in
Gang.
11 location with the new cart? Same location,
Yes, I will.
right?
Dang.
Probably, like
Pop up.
do pop up somewhere else. Yeah, because there's other people that are like, oh man, you're not in my area. Well, maybe I'll pop up on a Sunday in their area.
Yeah, because now that you're on Instagram, you could do like, hey, what area should I go in, et cetera, et cetera. I'm sure your Instagram is going to grow significantly moving forward, for sure. So there's that. You're good? All right. Well, Mina, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to come sit and chat with me and my wife.
Oh, thank you so much.
And we
You're
look
welcome.
forward to seeing you on the 30th so you could get your cart.
Thank you.
And yeah, wife, you have anything to say?
No, I'm excited to eat more more tacos, more tamales later on for dinner. I'm waiting for dinner. I had to eat the sweet ones so that I could eat the other ones for dinner.
I ain't mad at it. Yeah, we're very, very excited for you, and
So much.
we really hope that the cart helps you. Pretty much.
Thank you. It will. It will.
You won already, so don't trip. All right, you guys know what it is. It's the Food Community Podcast. Mina's Mexican Tamales here. Rich Homie Juan on the boards. We got Joey in the cut. We got Negra over there. And I'm LA Icon. Shout out to all you fools tapping in. Make sure you go follow her on Instagram and don't crank call her. Gracias.
These